Good morning, Mitch. I hope last night wasn't too cold for you, and I brought you a sandwich for lunch if you'd like to join me. My lunch break is at noon.
Thanks, Hannah. You're always so kind to the homeless. I would love to join you for lunch. Enjoy your morning at work.
Thanks. I'll see you at noon.
Hi, Hannah. Are you ready for lunch?
Yep, thanks for coming again. It's nice to see a friendly face for a change. I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly. Can you meet me in the break room? And also, can you shut the door and switch the sign to closed? There's no need to lock it. It's a pretty safe neighborhood. I should be able to hear if anyone comes in.
Oh, sure thing. Thank you for inviting me again.
Don't worry about it. It's always nice to have company. Speaking of which, Officer Lee came by and said you were suspect in some recent robberies. Do you have any idea what he was talking about?
Oh, Officer Lee is getting married and wants everything to be in order when the governor comes down for the wedding. I guess he doesn't want any homeless people on the streets.
That's terrible! So you think he's just accusing random people to make the town nice for his wedding?
That's exactly what's happening. But enough about me and my problems. How was your day?
It was a nightmare. There were ungrateful customers. All the rich and snobby people only want the White Panther, our prized jewel. Then they get overly mad at me when I say that it's an heirloom and it's not for sale.
Did you ever consider just taking it down? It'd probably save you a lot of trouble.
Oh, of course not. That jewel is what draws in most of our customers, and it's truly beautiful to look at.
Well, then that's best of luck. But if it's so valuable, I might just suggest putting it under more security than a glass box. Anyways, I must be going so you can get back to work.
Thank you for your advice. I'll pass it on to my boss. Thanks again for joining me for lunch. I'll clean up and then be out. When you leave, please make sure the sign still says closed.
I will. Thank you for the lunch again.
Ah! Oh my God! The White Panther's gone! 911, there's been a robbery. Please come immediately. Thank God you've arrived, officer. Our most treasured jewel has just been stolen, and it's appraised at about $5 million.
Don't worry, Hannah. Just look at the video recording to see who committed the crime.
That's the issue. Somehow all the video cameras were disabled from around 11:30 to 12:30, which is exactly when the robbery took place.
Was anyone in the store with you when it happened?
Yes, Mitch was here with me, but he would never commit the crime.
My dear, of course he committed the crime. He was inside the store at the time of the robbery. He's poor and needs the money he could sell it for. And you, for some unknown reason, trust him, making it even easier to steal the jewel. I'll pull out an arrest warrant immediately. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Hi, Bob. Someone's stolen the White Panther, and I believe the police have it all wrong. Is there any way you could come down and try to solve this case?
Of course the police have it all wrong. They are the police. They almost never get anything right. I'll be over right away.
Thank you, Bob.
Hannah, I'm here, my dear. Now please tell me everything that happened today.
The morning started off as any other morning. I walked to work, and I invited Mitch to lunch with me, but then things started to get strange as soon as I arrived at work.
Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Ryan. I'm surprised to see you here this morning. I thought you would be out of town.
Some circumstances came up that required my immediate attention, so I was unable to go to Tokyo with the rest of my family. One of those circumstances is an employee showing up late, constantly, and doing a terrible job with customer interaction, and it is for that reason that I'm about to fire Josh.
Speak of the devil, here he comes now.
Josh, why the hell are you late again?
Hey, boss. I overslept and had to get my morning meal of fried chicken before coming to work.
Josh, you're fired. Don't come back to my store again.
What? You fired me for showing up late? You are a self-centered, egotistical man that deserves to be put in his place. This isn't the last time you'll see me. I promise you that.
Well, now that that's done, can you manage about the store by yourself this morning, and I'll come back and take over around 2 o'clock?
Sure, I can still take my lunch break at noon without someone watching the store, though, right?
Sure, just lock the door and don't take more than 20 minutes. See you at 2.
Bye, enjoy your morning.
Good evening, sir. May I help you?
Oh, Ryan, this is Bob. He's a private investigator.
Why the hell is there a private investigator here?
The White Panther has been stolen, and the police are after the wrong suspect.
What? How did you let this happen? You are more competent than this.
Hey, boss. Can I talk to you about getting my job back?
You stole my goddamn diamond, you piece of shit! Get back here so I can make an example out of you. No one steals from me and gets away with it.
I'm sorry about that, Bob. Ryan tends to overreact when he's mad.
No need to explain. There was a time when I was like him, but that was a long, long time ago. Anyway, please continue your story.
Oh, yes. Where was I? Oh, the first customer of the day. Good morning. May I help you?
Good morning. You call this a good morning? It's close to 90 degrees outside. I'm sweating my ass off out here. The AC in this place is terrible. The lights are way too bright, and they're almost blinding me. Are you happy? I hate happy people. Oh gosh, the reason that there's so much trouble in the world these days. Do you know what would happen if there wasn't so many happy people helping one another? Well, nothing. Everyone would be content with what they have, and we would all live in peace. Anyway, the only reason I'm down here in this dump of a place today is because my fiancée forced me to be here. I need to get a diamond for her wedding ring, and only the finest will do. Do you have anything that fits the description? Obviously none for peasants.
Well, the finest diamond we have for sale is this one.
Oh, that piece of shit. My wife would never even look at that. Come on, is that the best you've got? Now, this is a diamond. Please name your price and I will pay it. My fiancé would love this.
That's a relic of the family that owns the store and is only here for display purposes. It's not actually for sale.
What? What? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You mark my words, peasant. That diamond will be mine. When does your boss come into work? I'll come back and talk to someone more competent than you.
He should be back around 2.
Then I'll be back to this dump at 2 o'clock, and I hope for your sake he is here, so I don't have to waste my time waiting around.
Hello, ma'am. Are you the owner of the store?
No, but I'm the acting manager currently. May I ask what the problem is, officer?
Well, there's a suspicious man outside that's homeless. We've heard reports theft recently in the neighborhood, and I believe he's the culprit. I'm just walking around letting stores know to keep their eyes open for him.
Oh, don't worry, officer. I know Mitch. He wouldn't hurt a fly. But I'll let you know if I see anything suspicious.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, don't be alarmed if you see me patrolling the neighborhood. I'll be around quite frequently until the culprit is caught.
Thank you, officer, and have a nice day.
You too, ma'am.
I would have never suspected Mitch of committing any crime.
Hannah, you have to help me get my job back. Please, I'm begging you. I won't have any money to live on without this job. How can I get fried chicken?
I don't know what to tell you, Josh. You should have showed up on time.
Please, just let me know when Ryan will be back so I can talk to him and try to smooth things over.
He'll be back around 2, but if I were you, I wouldn't come back so quickly. My guess is he will throw you right back out onto the street.
Thanks, Hannah, but I have to try. Oh, do you want to go grab lunch with me quickly and give me advice on how to talk to Ryan to get my job back?
No, I'm meeting Mitch for lunch at noon. Now, please leave.
Sure thing.
After that, I had lunch with Mitch. Then I noticed the White Panther was gone and I called you.
Tell me, did you tell Mitch about the accusations Officer Lee accused him of?
I did, actually, and he said that Lee wanted the streets cleaned up for his upcoming wedding.
How interesting. Well, I think I solved the answer to your crime, but I need to check on a few things first. Please have everyone meet me here tomorrow afternoon for lunch. If they say they can't make it, then call the police and have them arrested and brought here by force. I'll see you tomorrow, my dear.
Of course, Bob. Thanks for coming.
Good afternoon. Everyone, please get comfortable. As you all know, you are here because you are involved in or are suspects for a stolen jewel, the White Panther. Josh, you were recently fired and may have wanted to get revenge at your boss for doing this to you.
Of course he did. I'll have him arrested. Seeing him running around without chains on sickens me.
Silence, Ryan. Please let me continue. Where was I? Oh, yes, Mitch. You are here because you were in the store when the robbery occurred and may need the money to survive. Jacob. You are here because you were an arrogant and stubborn customer that may have stolen the jewel for fear that you wouldn't be able to purchase it for your wedding. Lee. You are here because you were the police officer called to investigate and did a mediocre job at best. Ryan is here because it's his diamond that went missing, and Hannah has had the unfortunate circumstance of being the employee working when the diamond was stolen. Therefore, gentlemen, I have a proposition. If the culprit steps forward now and returns the diamond, I will leave and no further punishments will follow. However, fail to step forward, and I will prosecute you to the full extent of the law. Okay, if that's the way it's going to be, Lee, step forward and explain to people why you stole the diamond.
What? This is ludicrous. I would never steal. I'm a cop.
Yes, you are, but a terrible one at best. How much money do you make a year, Lee? Maybe 40,000? You wanted a diamond for a wedding ring to your fiancée. Let's think about it. You were patrolling the neighborhood and saw Mitch enter the store. You then proceeded to follow him in to make sure everything was all right. Once inside, you noticed that Hannah and Mitch were both in the back room. Your eyes then fell upon the White Panther, and you knew you had to have it for your fiance's wedding ring. Since you were in the store before, you already knew where are the security systems were and were able to disable them. You then left, but stayed close by so that when the crime was discovered, you would be the closest cop to respond to the robbery and could pin it on Mitch. This would help clear the streets for your wedding, and no one besides Hannah would have probably defended him, allowing you to get away with the crime. The only thing you didn't expect was Hannah to call me. After hearing her story, I had my suspicions instantly, especially about how fast you were to draw your conclusions about who committed the crime. After all, the only question you asked was the one that would seem to point to Mitch as the thief. After I was done talking to Hannah, I also paid a visit to your chief. He told me about the trouble you were having finding a wedding ring in your budget that you thought your fiance would appreciate as much as appreciates you. So I ask you again, where is the diamond?
Here it is.